Welcome back to the Manchester United Chronicle. This weekend, United take on Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. Let's get into the predicted lineups, tactical approaches, and the key players to watch out for. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year, so help us get there. Nottingham Forest have had a good start to the season considering where they finished last season. They're sitting in the 7th place with 22 points and 0 goal difference in comparison to United's 13th place with 19 points and plus 2 goal difference. In their last 5 games, they've had 3 losses and 2 wins. Except the West Ham game, they've actually had trouble scoring goals. In their last 4 appearances, they've just scored 2 goals while conceding 10 goals. In addition, they've lost all 3 of their away games. Nuno Santo sets Nottingham Forest in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Sells in goal and Aina as a right back, Nikola Milenkovic and Murillo forming the centre back pairing, and Alex Moreno as the left back. In the midfield, it's going to be Ryan Yates and James Ward-Prowse. And Morgan Gibbs-White takes on the central attacking midfield role, flanked by Jota Silva on the left and Anthony Elanga on the right. Up front, Chris Wood leads the line. In terms of the tactics, it's Chris Wood's physical presence that's going to be the main point. Wood's aerial dominance and hold-up play will be key in targeting United's back three. He'll provide a focal point for long balls and crosses, particularly from Ward-Prowse and Aina on the right side. Morgan Gibbs-White remains the primary playmaker tasked with connecting midfield to attack and delivering incisive through balls to Wood and White players. Morgan Gibbs-White is the sole creative outlet for Forest, and Ugate's positioning will be crucial to cut out these incisive passes to the front line. Jota Silva and Anthony Elanga offer space and directness. They look to exploit the spaces left behind by United's advancing wingbacks, especially during the counterattacks. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the wingbacks play against very quick transitional wingers. In terms of the midfield balance, Yates and Watts-Prowse provide a mix of defensive solidity and creative distribution. Ward-Prowse's set-piece delivery is a significant asset, particularly for targeting Wood and the centre-backs in the box. And we know that United are weak against set-pieces. We've seen that against Arsenal. So that is going to be something to watch out for. And in terms of the defensive stability, Milenkovic and Murillo form a strong central partnership capable of dealing with the physicality of the centre forwards. Alex Moreno and Aina will focus on balancing defensive duties with overlapping runs to support the attack. Especially on the right side, Aina is very good with linking up play with Elanga and Ward-Prowse. So it's going to be interesting to watch out for. For the key player for Nottingham Forest, it's all about Chris Wood. His aerial prowess and ability to link play will be vital, especially against United's back three. If Forest are to score, it's likely to come from Wood. Already this season, he has scored 9 goals in the league so far, the third highest in the league, just below Mo Salah and Erling Haaland, and the same as Cole Palmer, who has also scored 9 goals. Now, looking at United are sitting in the 13th place in the league, as mentioned before. And in the last 5 games, we have had 3 wins, a draw, and a loss. The loss came against Arsenal, where I think we played well, but lost in set pieces. But overall, if you look at before the Arsenal game, in the last 4 games, we've actually scored about 11 goals. And that's a good offensive output against a mid-tier and a low-tier team. And hopefully we can replicate that against Nottingham Forest as well. Now, looking at United, Roman Amorim is again going to have a heavy rotation. My predicted 11 is going to be Onana at goal. In the back three, it's going to be Lenny Yoro, Matthias de Ligt, and Lisandro Martinez. In the central midfield, I've picked Kobe Mainu and Manuel Ugarte. Kobe Manu gets the opportunity as he has only 90 minutes so far under Amorim, and he was not part of the Arsenal squad due to the yellow card, similar to Lisandro Martinez. Considering that Forest are a quick and fast in transition, I have gone for Ugarte versus Casemiro because most likely Casemiro will start against Victoria Pleasant in the midweek game, as it will be less transitional than this one. And you need somebody who's agile and quick to cut down a Morgan Gibbs White in the Forest team. So I think it is going to be Ugarte playing along with Mainu. In terms of the wing back, because of the availability of Lenny Yoro, I think Amarim will experiment with Mazraoui on the right wing back position. He's a versatile player who can pretty much play anywhere on the pitch, and it'll be Anthony on the left wing back. He is one of the players who has played the least under Amarim, so he might get the starting position, and he might get some minutes from Amarim. Up front, it's going to be Bruno on the left to attack the left half space and Ahmad on the right. He would be a perfect player to play this number 10 position on the right side. He has been the best player for United in the right wing back position and pretty much in any position for United this season. But curious to see how he will perform in this number 10 position. And it will be Zirkzee as the central striker. Amorim is rotating players. Hoylund played against Arsenal. This is not a game which will be extremely transitional. Forest usually sit in a low block and counter attack, so naturally there is not sufficient space to run behind the defense. So that is why I have gone with Zirkzee over Marcus Rashford. One of the key tactics is going to be stretching the Forest defense with wing backs. Mazraoui and Anthony will play key roles in stretching Forest defense lines wide, creating spaces in the central areas for Bruno and Ahmad to exploit. This is going to be done when the wing backs move up front and creating that overload against the four-men defensive structure of Forest. As mentioned before, one of the key players is going to be Morgan Gibbs White. So we need to control the midfield. Kobe Mainu and Ugarte will work to dominate the transition. Ugate's defensive awareness and Mainu's dynamic ball progression ability will ensure United can contain Forest counter attack while dictating the tempo. And the key tactics will focus on breaking the low block and pressing high for United. Zirkzee's ability to hold up play and link with Bruno and Ahmad will be vital. The trio will look to play quick, intricate passes to unlock Forest's defense. And United will deploy a high press led by Zirkzee to force Forest into errors. Mazraoui and Anthony will push high to trap Forest wingers and fullbacks, limiting their counter-attacking outlets. The key player for United is going to be Matthias de Ligt. United are definitely going to score goals in this game, especially considering Forest have leaked 10 goals in their last four games, and United have scored about 11 goals in their last 5 games, except for Arsenal. The key is going to be in not conceding any goals. Chris Wood is in ridiculous form, and he is the main goal threat for Forest. Others in Forest's forward line are not that clinical. And also in set pieces, James Ward-Prowse's ability and Chris Wood's physical presence will be a fantastic combination and a key threat for United. To counter Chris Wood, we will need Matthias de Ligt in his A game. His leadership skill and aerial dominance will be crucial in nullifying Forest's counterattack and set piece threats. Slowly but steadily, since he has arrived to United, he's been putting up great performances, consistent ones as well. Hopefully, tomorrow he gets a great game against Wood and contributes to United's victory. This match will be a fascinating battle between United's attacking overloads and Forest's defensive resilience. My prediction, a 3-0 victory for United. I think Amorim's system will unlock Forest defense with Zirkzee, Bruno, and Ahmad all three getting on the score sheet. What do you think? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this preview, Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more Manchester United content. Let's hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Every subscription is going to help us get